I put a 12-team playoff in NCAA Football 23, and the 12 teams that made the bracket were Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Oklahoma, USC, Kentucky, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Tennessee, NC State, and Alabama. I'm going to go through each matchup and see who comes out as the champion. The seeds are based on the current AP poll. Let me know your prediction for who you think will win it all. The bracket is set. We're doing a 12-team college football playoff today. The start of the first game, we're going to see if Will Levis can lead Kentucky to a win or if Oklahoma State's going to win Spencer Sanders. Who's going to score first? Oklahoma State's on the board first. I don't see Kentucky coming back from being down 28-0. Will Levis finally did get the Wildcats on the board, but yeah, it's over. Kentucky is out of the college football playoffs. So Oklahoma State will end up playing Georgia in the next round. Our next matchup is Clemson against NC State. All right, we'll see if Clemson can come out on top. They are definitely not the underdogs here. All right, 10-9 in the second quarter. It looks like we're going to go into the half 10-9 still. Yeah, this game's interesting. Clemson is now up 7, and DJ Yuga whatever, he put them up 14. 4th and 6 here. NC State has got to convert if they want to stay in the game. And I don't know what type of throw that was, but it looks like Clemson's going to come out on top. In the end, Clemson came out on top. They're now up 21. And yeah, the game's over. Clemson's moving on to the quarterfinal. Clemson has moved on to round number 2 against Michigan. That's going to be a good quarterfinal matchup. All right, we have Tennessee and Oklahoma in the next round. We're going to see who comes out on top. And it looks like Dylan Gabriel, he only got the Sooners 3 points. It looked like they could have gotten an easy 7. All right, big 3rd and 5. If Tennessee picks it up, they could get a touchdown on this drive, but it's 4th and inches. He was stopped short, so we'll see if they kick 3 or if they go for it. Tennessee decides to just settle for 3. They're not going to be aggressive here. They're just going to simply tie up the game, and it looks like Oklahoma's going to go down and get 3, and they have a chance to go up 2 possessions here, and they do. Tennessee is in a lot of trouble. I think the Volunteers are going to fall short. 1st and 10, 2nd and 3. They're moving. All right, Tennessee's within 1 possession. The read option faked him out. And that's going to be game. Oklahoma's going to move on. They're going to beat Tennessee. So as of right now, Oklahoma State went out. They beat Kentucky. Clemson went out. They beat NC State. And Oklahoma just barely beat Tennessee. So our last first-round matchup is USC against Arkansas. All right, boys. This is going to be a good game, hopefully. We'll see if Arkansas can fight or if USC is just going to pound them. USC just went up 14-0. Not a good start for Arkansas. The Razorbacks are not looking like they're in a good position. The SEC has not had a solid start to the college football playoffs yet because Kentucky got beat, Tennessee got beat, Arkansas just got absolutely run through. They didn't put up a single point. Are you all ready for round number 2? Georgia and Oklahoma State is our next matchup. Stetson Bennett's already thrown 16 passes. The Bulldogs take an early 3-point lead. Stetson Bennett scores another touchdown. Georgia's now up 13-3. I think the Bulldogs are going to run away with this game. Spencer Sanders is going to have to do something if that's not going to happen. And look at that. Can Oklahoma State get back into the game? If they don't convert here, it's pretty much over. And what a terrible pass from Spencer Sanders. Wow. Stetson Bennett had a safety, and now Oklahoma State has a chance to get back in this game. Georgia's going to go ahead and win this game 16-5. What a boring quarterfinal game. Clemson and Michigan. 5-seed Clemson, 4-seed Michigan. Who's winning in this next matchup? To start the third quarter, no one has scored yet. And no one is taking an advantage over each other. We're now in the 4th quarter, and Michigan went down and scored. It's 4th and 4. Let's go see what Clemson does. They're punting. So at this point, this is a big 3rd and 1 in the game. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Michigan has a 7-point lead. It's 3rd and 1. The Clemson defense needs a big stop here if they're going to win. And they got it. They got it. All right, let's see what they do on 2nd and 18 here. He slings it. That is a bomb, and what a catch. That game is going to come down to the wire, and before we actually find out who ends up coming out on top, I'm going to tell you all about Underdog Fantasy real quick. It's my favorite thing to do while watching sports. You're able to place player pick'ems, whether you think a player is going to go higher or lower than a certain amount of yards, touchdowns, interceptions, you name it. Then you combine multiple of these pick'ems into an entry slip, and then you submit it and see if you win money. So if you want to play along with me on Underdog Fantasy, you can use the first link in my description or code Bordeaux. Both will double your initial deposit up to $100 and enjoy the rest of the playoffs, boys. A minute left here on the clock. Clemson is threatening to score, and DJ completes another pass, 1st and goal. On 2nd and goal, DJ faked out the Michigan defense, and it is a tie game. The Tigers are in a lot of trouble now. Michigan just went down the field with ease. Field goal at the last second, and that is the game. 24-21. Michigan is moving on to take on Georgia in the semifinals. So Georgia and Michigan will be our semifinal matchup, and we still have USC, Alabama, and Ohio State, Oklahoma. Here we go. Let's see who wins this matchup. CJ Stroud already got Ohio State on the board. It is 7-0. I have not seen a lopsided game like this besides the first round matchup between USC and Arkansas. 35-7, 42-7. Yeah, this one's over, boys. Oklahoma did not put up a good fight at all. All right, Bryce Young led the Crimson Tide down for a touchdown, and Bryce Young is already killing USC. But Caleb Williams wants to get back into the game, so we'll see where this goes. We'll see where it goes. 14-7 still. Alabama now up 17-7, and there might not be anything to jump in here and watch, boys. Caleb Williams gets him within 11. USC gets a stop on defense. Caleb Williams steps up in the pocket, and he delivers a laser to Jordan Addison. Look at that. The Trojans are right back in it. It was a lot closer of the game than the final score says. We're going to see who comes out on top, who's going to earn a spot in the national championship. Georgia is up 10-0 early, and now Georgia's up 17-7. They might be taking control of this game here. Stetson Bennett scores another touchdown. It is 27-7 now. I thought they were just going to walk into the end zone, and again, the Georgia defense comes out on top. They are tough. The Bulldogs are going back to the national championship. Are they going to go back-to-back? They gave Michigan that hard, good D, and Stetson Bennett has been amazing. Here we go. The last semifinal game. It is really only the second one. Let's see what Ohio State and Alabama can do. It's 0-0. Ohio State gets on the board first, and Alabama responds right back. Ohio State gets the kick return touchdown. Alabama might be in a little bit of trouble here. Bryce Young responds right back. All right, Ohio State's going to go up 2 possessions, assuming their kicker nails this field goal, which, I mean, this is a gimme. Come on. Right there, yeah, right down the middle. Alabama is not taking their 3. They're not going to play conservative. They're going for the touchdown here. This is the game. I'm not quite sure what Nick Saban's doing, but he knows more than me, that's for sure. Bryce Young throws it across his body. You are not Patrick Mahomes. And it looks like Ohio State's going to go to the national championship. Wow, what a game. Hideous jerseys. The helmets are actually kind of cool from this angle. What a game. We have our national championship set, boys. Ohio State ended up beating Alabama. CJ Stroud's back in the game here. And on the read option, he's going to take it to the house. Ohio State is on the board first. And that is the end of the first quarter. It's a low-scoring game so far. Ohio State's the only team that's gotten on the board. On 2nd and 18, they went into hurry-up mode, and that is an interception. CJ Stroud throws the first interception of the game. Let's see what Stetson Bennett can do here. He is slinging it deep, and Stetson Bennett throws an interception right back. So going into halftime, Georgia was not able to get on the board at all. Did you all see that dap up? That was clean. So by the end of the third quarter, it is still 7-0. Time to get into the fourth quarter of the national championship. They're going for it. They are not punting. Ohio State is trying to go out and be aggressive here. Let's see what they can do. Is Georgia's defense going to hold strong? Whoa, that looked a little bad. But the Bulldogs are getting aggressive here. They are going for it on 4th and 3. They hand it off, and what a pickup. He rolled over, picked up the first down. All right. Stetson Bennett throws it, and they pick up the first down. Here on 3rd and 2, Georgia hands it off, and they are finally going to get into the end zone. Kendall Milton gets it done. It is going to be 7-7 with 2.5 minutes left. Last play of the game. I mean, I guess this could technically go all the way. And, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Touchdown!
Ohio State wins the championship at the last second. Julian Fleming makes the play. What on earth? This is why you all come on over to Twitch for these streams. How does the game end like this? This is NCAA Football AI for you all. What an ending to the 12-team college football playoff.